And welcome to the Indiana Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. And welcome to the Indiana Football Coaches Association All-Star Game. I'm Herb King, along with Pat Mallory. We'll bring you all the action here from Decatur Central High School, where we'll take what is the annual rivalry of an All-Star Classic that's been going on here in Indiana for an extreme amount of years. And Pat, I know you've been involved with the game before. Same thing with me. We're going to see some of the state's best football players this evening.
You know, it also gives them another chance to play one more high school football game.
And you can't really take that one away from them. I know son in the ball game in 2008. Well, it'd be the 2009 game, but we really had an awesome understanding. And with this one, we're going to see some of the, like I said, some of the best ball players. Now, the guys who have gone to Division I are probably not going to be playing in this ball game, but you're going to see some of the best players that are not going to be Division I in the state of Indiana. NAIA players, and Indiana has a host of NAIA schools that are extremely good, extremely talented. They're lining up now for announcements. They'll announce every one of the before we get a chance to play this one, and we'll see here in just a second as we get prepared. Pat Mallory, the head coach at Lawrence North, is going to be the color for this. We'll have the down from the sidelines in what's going on. So a very warm and muggy day, just like it's supposed to be in July. We're going to have a great time of football and game of football in Indiana tonight. They've announced the Hall of Fame winners. They did that about 5 minutes. And it's about ready to go with everything today. So, and we're going to have the line announced south.
To meet the players of the 2025 Indiana Football Coaches Association. Players starting at quarter number Lutheran High School, a future Wabash College player, Jackson Willis. Also a future Reynolds. At tight end from Hamilton Southeast. Number 7, Colin Overston. East High School, attending Vanderbilt University. Number 9, defensive back, a future McKendree College attendee. Number 11, Aiden Chase. At running back, Price. Kicker from Decatur Central High School, attending Marion University, number 15, Ashton Vogel. At punter from Franklin Central, attending the University of Southern Indiana, number 17, Zach Nasons. From Providence, going to Hanover College, number 19, Preston Kemp. At running back from Franklin, number 21, attending Ball State University, number 2, King. From Danville, attending Wabash College, number 27, Sutton Fullwider. And defensive back from Grand Meridian, going to Wabash College, number 29, Byron Hahn. Linebacker from Westfield, attending Tiffin, Lennox Williams. Center Grove, attending Wabash College, number 33, TJ Williams. Fishers, attending Butler University, number 35, Nathan Ash. At linebacker from Decatur Central, attending Purdue University, number 37. At linebacker from Lawrence North High School, attending Indiana Wesleyan University, number 39, Dale Lunsford. At linebacker from East Central High School, attending Thomas More College, number 41, Carson Patonka. At linebacker from South Decatur, attending Georgetown University, number 43, Corbin Johnson. At defensive back, Rosie, number 45, Jed Galvin. At defensive back from Cardinal, number 47, and wide receiver from Mooresville High School, attending Marion University, number 49, Caden Maroon. Offensive lineman from Plainfield High School, attending Franklin University, number 51, Tommy Spilker. Offensive lineman from Bloomington South, number 53, Junior Ariano. Attending Wabash College, number 55, Bryce Harriman. Offensive lineman from Lawrence Central, attending the University of Indianapolis, number 57, John Castile. Offensive lineman from Westfield, attending Marion University, number 59, Tristan Cook-Dennis. From New Palestine High School, attending Southern Illinois University, number 61, Landon Side. O-lineman from Milan High School, attending Mount St. Joseph College, Landon Stanley. Offensive lineman from Carmel, attending Marion University, number 65, Lincoln Ute. From South Putnam, attending Indiana State University, number 67, Parker Harris. Offensive lineman from Heritage Hills, attending Hillsdale College, number 69, Parker Hart. Attending the University of St. Francis, number 75, Colin Kelly. Defensive lineman from Zionsville, attending Indiana Wesleyan, number 77, Darius Elizard. Defensive lineman from Centerville, number 79, Colson Campbell. Back from Brownsburg, attending UIndy, number 81, Chance Whitfield. Attending UIndy, number 83, Demario Moore. Wide receiver from Lebanon, attending Quincy College, number 85, Caden Lark. Receiver UIndy, number 87, Hunter Meredith. Wide receiver from Springs Valley, attending Kentucky Wesleyan University, number 89, Christian Hamilton. Defensive lineman from Ben Davis High School, attending Tiffin University, number 91, Frank Bertram. Defensive lineman from Pinecrest High School, attending University of St. Francis, number 93, Ife Adioba. Defensive lineman from Cascade, number 95, Duncan. Defensive lineman from Greenfield Central, attending UCA, number 97, Zach Levin. And our final player, defensive lineman from Central University, number 99, Marcus Bell. South roster, Maggie McGowan from Bishop Chatard should be attending Pittsburgh. Drew O'Hara from Westfield, attending Southern Indiana. Addison Yarnell from Brownsburg, attending Indiana State. Trainers for the South Squad, Nicole and Miranda Rude of Brownsburg. Here are the coaches for the coaches, Josiah Daniels of Cathedral, Kylan Wright, Jennings of Lenton Stockton, Tom Harris of East Central, Stan Yoakum of Heritage Hills, and McDonald Donald of Providence. Josh Miracle of Westfield. Connor Springwood of Westfield. The head coach of the South roster from Heritage Hills, Todd Wilkerson.
And it is not. Much like you and I, announcers, man, you can't wait to get back into it. And I'll tell you, these kids out here love football. They don't care what they're doing. They just love playing football.
We'll have the lineup for the North roster.
At defensive back from McGonagall, number 2. At quarterback from Delta, number 4, Bronson Edwards. And from Penn, number 6, Cole Bennett. Senawa, number 8, Andrew. The punter from Frontier, number 3. Defensive back from New Prairie, number 12, Hayden Scott. Defensive back from Yorktown, number 14, Wilson Webster. Place kicker from Andrea, number 16, PJ Cusick. Running back from Crown Point, number 20, Larry Ellison. Running back from North Judson, St. Pierre, number 24, Cole Wilcox. Defensive back from Mishawaka, number 26, Brady Newsom.
In terms of players,
Mark Rowland.
you have
West Lafayette Harrison, number 30, Jackson Mills.
occasional.
Number 30,
And for example,
defensive back from Knox, number 34, Jake Conroy. Defensive back from Michigan City, number 36, Marquez Dabney.
that tells you how special.
Defensive back from Concord, number 38, Jay Jennings.
Privileged enough to play
Linebacker from Plymouth, number 40, Carter Bush.
for a long time.
Linebacker from Garrett, number 42, Colter Hefty.
And what's represented here is the
Linebacker
whole
from
state.
Adams
So for our
Central, number
viewers, there's
44,
a lot
Max
of really
Care.
good players that quite honestly.
Linebacker from East Noble,
Or even see it. So that's
number
really
46,
cool.
Dylan
Line of
Grail.
demarcation, give you an example.
Linebacker from Carolina, Florida, 48.
Down is what makes these Southern.
Offensive lineman from Homestead, number 50, Will Tinglis.
There are players from
O-lineman from Northwood, number 52.
Which tells you that most
Offensive lineman, Mr. Ryan Gray.
maybe not surprising.
O-lineman from Hobart, number 56, Luke Juris.
They have won the last 4 times.
Offensive lineman from Mishawaka, number 58, Tyler Mouse.
There's a sense of pride for both sides.
O-lineman from East Noble, number 60, James Miller. Defensive lineman from Lafayette Central Catholic, number 62, Ryan Delgado.
And they don't want to hear
Deer lineman from West Noble, number 4,
they want to upset the South.
Garrett Tucker. Lineman from North Judson, St. Pierre, number 68, Cole Kostar.
Representing the South.
Offensive lineman from Madison Grant, number 70. Defensive lineman from Kaufman. Number 76, Josh Miller.
With a hand in
Defensive number 78,
Martinsville, they made the Southern
wide receiver from McConaughey, number 82, Fuddy. From Lake Central, number 84, Trevor Kubacki.
They're in red.
Wide receiver from West Lafayette, number 86, Benny Speaker.
You took the words right out of the
Wide receiver from Heritage, number 88, Brandon Walter. Defensive lineman from Leo, number 90, Tristan Roberts.
So,
Defensive lineman from Hammond Morton, number 92, David Bonaparte.
their hands full in that.
Defensive lineman from Northridge, number 96, Travis Hickey.
A little bit when they play this
And
game.
finally, defensive lineman from Mishawaka area, number 98, Caleb Johnson. Here are the managers for the North roster from Lafayette Jefferson, Adrian Banks. From Wawasee, Knight, Adrian Rosie Jurachenko. Here are the athletic trainers for the North squad from Lowell High School, Osvaldo Montoya. And from Warsaw, Trevor Pruitt.
Pretty good, they wouldn't be here.
Here are the coaches for the North roster. The assistants from Carroll, Florida. From Makagaswa, Michael Finter. From Grand Point, Sean Granger. From Plymouth, Central, Mitch Hill. From Mississauga, Jeremy Johnson, Danny McGowan. From Chesterton, Mark Peterson. And from Plymouth, Gene Skirton. The head coach of the North roster from East Noble, Alex.
Okay, folks, you have the entire lineup of both of these teams, and we'll get prepared to do this one. And with that, we'll right back with the North-South All-Star Classic from Indianapolis and Decatur Central High School.
You're watching the Mirage Shrine Indiana Football Coaches Association's North-South All-Star Football Classic.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was hit by sniper fire. My victory is sharing my story of resilience to help the next generation.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You can get the latest high school and college sports information plus great original sports stories at xlhsports.com.
I.F.C.A. has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
It's like home when you're with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
The Mirage Shrine I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game, again by Indiana Sports Network. Asset Consulting, Disabled American Veterans, XLH Sports, Fearless Design, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane. Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddle National Bank, and York Automotive. Pat Mallory is alongside me today, and Pat, when you look at this one, we've seen these. You take these guys, you put them in at 4 or 5 days. They have double, actually triple practice. It's tough to get them all organized, but somehow it always seems to happen in this ball game where we see some great athletic play.
Well, you know, you look at it, these are the guys that were the best on their teams. So they've been playing high school football usually for 4 years. Now you can take that guy, you can teach them the plays. You know they're going to come out and show out.
And you're looking at it, and again, you're going to see some guys playing quarterback maybe in a little different role. Their offense wasn't quite the same, but these guys were selected by a panel of coaches. And 1 or 2, 3 guys that get guys into the teams that they're supposed to be. To get these guys on the team and then give them that opportunity to play. It is a representative game. There are 1A, 2A, 3A, 5 players on this. It's not all the big guys and it's not all the small guys. It's a representative group. They have to be so many 1A, so many 2A, and so on. So you're going to see guys from all over the state of Indiana. This one, again, the team in red is the South roster. The team in blue, that's the North. And normally bet on this one to see who's going to win this. For the talent, sometimes it's a little mismatched depending on what's going on. But with this one, you're going to see great effort from both of these sets of players. And with that, we're going to pause again, and then we'll come right back with the opening kickoff. You're the I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Indiana.
Are you planning for your future? Is your nest egg safe? Do you have a lifetime income plan? Can you really retire tax-free? Keep your nest egg safe at Asset Consulting and Safe Money Solutions. Fearless Designs is your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Fearless Designs does everything from trophies, hats, key rings, knives, signs, glassware, ceramic mugs, and insulated mugs. Fearless Designs is an Indiana company serving the entire United States. No order is too large and no order is too small. Contact Fearless Designs for all your promotional needs.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
And again, Mirage Shrine has been the sponsor of the ball game, and they've been a real good asset for the I.F.C.A. to allow them to come in alongside of us and sponsor this ball game.
Yeah, they do a great job all around the state of Indiana. They are involved in a ton of stuff. They help, they give money. Anything anybody needs, you can always bet that the one Shriner will show up.
Well, and again, they do this just for not only recognition, but to help sponsor these guys, so give them this chance to play in this state all-star game. Again, not every state does this in the United States. This is one of those unique opportunities for the state of Indiana. The I.F.C.A., as far as a football, is the largest coaches associations in the country. So you think of Indiana football, especially around the city of Indianapolis, is one of the hotbeds for recruiting. And the reason why is because, again, these guys are able to do this type of thing. They're going to reset the clock here. And we have these guys up here, they're scrambling. Pat, they're scrambling.
Well, kind of like us coaches.
Well, we have a good time. You'll be able to see some of the shots that we give here on Indiana Sports Network. We have roving cameras, and hopefully we'll see set up and get you ready to go. He's punching those buttons, and you can hear him from up here. It just got so get this and get you ready to go. Again, the North will receive the kickoff and get ready to go on this one. Two quarterbacks for the North, Bronson Edwards, he's from Delta, and Mark Rowland, he's from, see one of those two come out for the North team. And they're trying it again. Coach, I'm going to ask you this. You've had this happen to you several times, haven't you?
Too many to count. So your guys are fired up. Your coaches are fired up. They're running out of cheers. Can't.
Well, and it just makes everyone try to reset it one more time, and they'll maybe catch this one up as we get this one going. The other one that's kind of tough is you've got the kicker for the squad. Ashton Vogel, the Decatur Central kicker, and he has a bootleg scheduled to go to Marion this next year.
You know, Herb, NAIA football in the state of Indiana has really taken off, in part due to I.F.C.A. having the All-Star game.
Yeah, we can see that, and believe it or not, when we talk about people brought into the Indiana Football Hall of Fame, Ted Karras, the head coach at Marion, was a head coach at Indiana High School, came to starting the program at Marion. He won a national title, left for a few years, did a couple other things, and he's back at Marion. He was honored right before the ball game. But that, as you said, the NAIA league called the Mid-States Football League, those guys have won national titles. They've done very well. You've got St. Francis and Fort Wayne. You've got Indiana Wesleyan. The newcomer and in one of the conference champions, you have Marion, who was a conference champion this last year. You have Taylor, who went 7-3 last year. Really good football at the NAIA level in that. Looking at the next, just yesterday, where St. Mary of the Woods, the college, is going to join the Mid-States Football League in give them one more year in 2026. They'll play a sprint football league this year, and they'll be in that league as well. So great football in the NAIA in Indiana.
And you know, the state of Indiana wins. We have another football playing school, another chance for all these kids to try to earn the right to go play college football.
And we were talking earlier, I had a young man on my football team commit to St. Mary of the Woods, and he will end up with a full ride scholarship, and he'll be redshirted next year, getting ready for the 2026 campaign. So good opportunities for kids to go to school, to earn a scholarship, and to play.
And some people know what type of football that St. Mary's was playing. They were playing sprint football. Tell us a little bit about football.
In this year's league, you can weigh 190. So the big line, they don't play sprint football. And they have a Midwest league. Calumet College of St. Joe was the league tournament champion. There also is a league on the East Coast. Army and Navy both have well that way. They had an All-American team, and a couple guys from St. Mary of the Woods were on it, as well as kids from and these guys got some scholarship money as well. So these guys have opportunities to go to play football, the game they love, even though they're not big. And it's exciting football, just like you'd see in the big time. And I've had a chance to broadcast St. Mary of the Woods football the last 3 years. Fast pace, those guys play just big guys, and it's a great thing for Indiana high school football.
To the rule of sprint football, you can only weigh a max of 100. That means St. Mary's going to have some work once they get into NAIA football.
Well, they're going to have to recruit actual linemen, where before they weren't recruiting linemen, and they were recruiting guys that you and I would say are wrestlers, because you have to be able to cut some weight, and they have to weigh in twice per week before they play. So it's a whole different ball game for St. Mary of the Woods, and with them, they've all talked about all those things that would grow a college are being done at St. Mary of the Woods, and part of it is going to be because of football. First sprint, and now going into the NAIA in the toughest conference. I think it's the toughest conference in America is the mid.
And folks, if you've never watched a sprint football game, please watch one. It's really.
And if you check on the Indiana Sports Network, we're going to host, or we'll broadcast 3 home games at St. Mary of the Woods this year before the tournament. And they do have a 4-team tournament in that league at the end of the season. So you'll get to see plenty of football. By the way, one of the guys that I saw at St. Mary of the Woods this last year was a starter at Ben Davis. And he was, I mean, you know who I'm talking about, short, tiny guy, and all of a sudden he is like lightning on earth. That dude can fly, he makes great plays, and he makes the game super exciting. All right, we're going to go without a clock unless they can do it. You know, too, that kind of is what happens here with electronics. Here's the kickoff. Kick is time. Zach Nason kicks it deep, and when we spit, and you can see why that young man is going to go to Marion and play some football there.
Herb, that was out of the back of the end zone. He might be able to make a field goal from there.
Yeah, well, I watched him warm up, and 50 yards looked like nothing for him, so we'll see what happens here later on in the ball game. the North to take over with the football. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Folks, this defensive line for the South is really good. I'm excited to see how the North offensive line can hold up to this D-line.
And we're going to get them in here and see what's going to happen. Ready to go is the North squad. 2 receivers both sides. They're going to hand the ball off on the inside run, and they get absolutely back to the
Helmet came off of Warren Central's Marcus Bell, and he kept playing. That young man has a motor.
Jimmy Winbush Jr. from Carmel, one of those guys in on it. Excuse me, 47, and I just hit the wrong one. That's going to be the tough one for us because there's no home and no visitors on this one. With the football again. 2nd and 10. High snap, gathered up, out, and he can't hit him on that flat route.
You know, Herb,
intended receiver was Cole Bennett.
3rd and 10. What are you going for?
Well, I'm a screen guy, so we're going to just screen, or we're going to take a nice curl route right at about that 10 to 12 yard mark. A curl flat route would be a nice, easy play call, something that you get this going. Quarterback missed on that first one, but he'll have a chance on this second one to see if he can pick up a 1st down for the North. 3 receivers about him in the screen. He's going to roll out, semi-roll out. They've got him. Looks for something. He's going to throw it out of bounds and going in yardage. And they're going to. It should be a pass. It went forward. That ball falls incomplete. Tough one. They'll go and have to punt this one away.
That was Center Grove's T.J. Williams coming off the edge. He had great closing.
I'll tell you, Williams can run. Williams is going to go to Wabash too, and that's a good program. And Wabash has a lot of players in this ball game where if I'm and I understand that, but that's really what they want to do. Block punt, and it's out of bounds. That'll go out at the 6-yard line. They're gonna mark it 1st and 10.
That was Pike's Ife Adioba. Game plan to block.
Well,
Ife.
They didn't, and he's going to St. Francis, so he'll have a chance to see him on Saturdays as well. Super athletic play, block punt, 1st and 10 for the South. We'll see him come out on this one.
I would guess they're going to hand this to Ben Davis's.
Well, you're 1st and 10 at the 6. Jackson Willis is the quarterback. Had a chance to see him several times in person. Super athletic guy, can throw the ball really well. And again, he's going to bash. They're going to shift the running back over. Look, set. Willis is going to scramble. He's going to score. Willis walks this one in with untouched, super athletic play. Jackson Willis from Indianapolis Lutheran scores that one from 6 yards out.
Herb, I think they were lined up wrong. They had to shift Elijah over. I don't think Elijah knew he was supposed to come and take that ball, but what a great job by the quarterback to keep that, get outside, and get in the end zone.
Well, you know, when you want that edge rush, you want to make sure you're in his hip pocket and not in his front. And that's the way he rushed, is to hit him right square in the chest. He put a little juke move on, and everybody runs into each other, and he runs into the end zone untouched. Here comes the kicker. This time, place kicker is Ashton Vogel. And they're waiting for one of the in the first game. And for these guys, this is a first game, and it's the only one they're going to get to play with these guys.
That does happen a lot. You know, guys are excited on the sideline. We just scored.
And that kick is good. It's 7-0 with the South on the forward here from the Mirage Shrine I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game. We'll be right back.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
And teeing it up, Ashton Vogel again. He may be getting a workout the way this one looks. Had a huge kickoff to start the ball game, went out of the back of the end zone. He's kicked the extra point. He's back on the field, and here we go. 7-0, South with the lead, and he pounds this. But it was close.
It was really close.
And I know what it sounds like. It sounded like a bomb going off.
You know, those guys know when they make contact. They know right away if it's a good kick or they better just look at.
Years ago, I had somebody do that, and he actually kicked it through the uprights, and I went, okay, I can never teach you how to do that. That's like the God's gift they gave you, and he just utilized it to the max. All right. Again, North with the ball. Edwards, the quarterback. He'll hand it off. Good run down that left side. Down. That's a really nice play off that edge.
Good response to their first three plays.
Caden was Hanover Central.
You know, the other thing you'll see is they will rotate their guys a lot in this game. Both sides.
Again, handoff on the inside. They gave him 9 on that first carry, and 2 more gives him 11. And again, 22, Caden Verrett from Hanover Central. And he ran right with his pads on that one to pick up the first down. Edwards, that left-hander, a 58% completion percentage. He's planning on going to Indiana Wesleyan.
I.A. cleaning up in Indiana.
A lot of these kids. Marion, I know, has 9 players. There's a buck sweep coming off the edge. Pounds it in there, and he'll get maybe a yard and a half. They'll give him 2. And carrying the ball. And he looks pretty good and pretty solid.
That was Nathan Ash from Fishers.
On Verrett out of the ball game, and we'll have a new running back for the North. And the North needs to steady themselves. That blocked punt makes a huge difference because just one play drive from 6 yards, and the South was scored.
They say special teams are special.
King back setting here to this right side. They're going to run the counter back the other way and pounding it in there, but getting tackled is Cole Wilcox from North Judson on that carry. And North Judson had a great season, and a lot of Cole Wilcox and his rushing ability.
You know, that defensive edge was set there, 91, Frank Bertram. Been kid, he's long. Really set that edge well.
Well, you mentioned that defensive line, and that's been the difference in the ball game. And it still is. Two receivers both sides. Setting back. Screen. Set up, but great defensive pressure, and they wrap him up short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th. So 4th and 2. We're going to see if they punt this one, if they're bringing it.
Great defensive football. You're always on a 2-whistle drill. All 11 guys have to get to.
That was a big pass completion for Bronson Edwards. He needed to do that to settle down. 4th and 2, they're going to gamble on this one. Nope, they're not. Here it was. I was ready to say a big off, but out comes the punt team. And the punt team was a big play for the South the last time. Here comes punt return onto the field, and here we go. Somebody is going to need to block
Number 93.
Off that left side, and you can see he's ready to go. They're running the pro-style punt. Anybody get him? They did that time. He got the punt off. It's going to be rolling. Could be picked up and gone because he's got a seam down that left sideline and closed quickly. About a 10-yard return. It'll be South football when we return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Do you have experience as a licensed plumber? Local 157 is looking for you. Payment packages with benefits over $65 an hour. We're the place to find comfort in your career. Plumbers and Steam Fitters, Local 157. Kickstart a comfortable life.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
Indiana Football Coaches Association to Miss Joy Ayers of Decatur Central High School.
They give awards during the middle of any quarter break or a timeout on the field, and again, we'll try to get you most of those in on South football when we pick play back up here. They're waiting on these guys.
You know, another great aspect of the I.F.C.A. is they are always recognizing people, whether they're scholarships, recognizing your different tenures of your coaching career. They just do a really good job of promoting Indiana high school.
I understand. I'm getting to that age right now where if they say the years, it makes me feel bad. You know, one of those. That's not necessarily good.
Herb, you got an award 2 years ago. What was that? 30? 35? 90?
This was coach, but it'll be it was 40 2 years ago. And oh yeah, and you've been getting awards too. Don't say you haven't.
I'm going into my 25th year.
South with the football, trips. They're going to motion back over to and King back. They powered up the middle. Good run, good forward stride. He'll pick up 5 yards on that carry.
We had another helmet come off. That's 2 helmets off in a game. The worst part about this is our high school kids watch the kids always have their helmets strapped up.
Makes it pretty difficult. Here it comes. Again, South with the football. Good run. Here comes a Buck with the quarterback keeping it. He'll get the first down. And the quarterback that time for that South roster. That's Preston Kemp from Providence. And that's because he is that running style quarterback, and they're going to use him in the ball game.
He does a great job. For those of you who don't know, Providence down by Louisville. He's going to Hanover, kind of staying home.
Well, he's just an athlete. And in 1A football, you put an athlete like that with a ball in his hands, you're going to win a lot of football games, and that's exactly what Providence did by winning that state title. He'll throw it. Got a man open, just overshot him, but kind of glad he did. It's good coverage that time from the North squad. Again, number 48 with the coverage is Coy Lytle from Carroll. There's another 1A player, Carroll Flora, and made that play, undercut that route. So that'll bring up a second down and 10. Ball rests on the 45. So 45 yards to pay dirt again. Number 19, the quarterback for the South, Preston Kemp. Kemp with that pistol behind. They'll offset him to the right side. Hand the ball. Inside zone. And a great run on the inside by number 21. That's Alex Lugers. And Lugers is up for that first down. Lugers from Franklin High School. Again, he's committed to Marion University. But I'm telling you, that kind of reminds you of one of the other Marion backs we talked about before the ball game, doesn't it?
Keegan LaBelle from Mount Vernon High School.
And LaBelle with over 1,000 yards and an All-American status for Marion. And you can see that's what they want to find, those type of players. Ball loose on the ground. Picked up by Kemp. Kemp scrambling. He's going to throw it away, and he did. That's a great play. Were there any linemen downfield? There was one, and they didn't see him. There was a lineman downfield. They did not see him.
Oh, you know, that's the hard part. Regardless of what offense you're running, if you're an RPO or that's just a called run play, quarterback did a great job picking up that errant snap. But now you don't have time to see if you have a lineman downfield. You just got to get rid of the ball.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It was a
Correct.
run play, and because of the he it out of bounds, which is legal now in high school. You don't even have to find a player. Here he is again, offset to the right side by Lugers. It. It's a counter with the quarterback. He has a chance to go. He's down the side, and he'll pick up about 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. So Kemp with another good run. Man, he can scramble, can he?
Absolutely.
Shotgun snap him the ball and get out the way. Can you imagine? It's about the same thing if he's going to play quarterback, but he's an athlete. He can play defensive back as well. That's what he lives as a defensive back. He can play both sides. We'll see what happens when he goes to college. Outstanding player.
Coach Theobald down there does a great job getting his teams prepared. I'm sure he's had a
They'll hand it off inside and swallowed up the North holds right there. It'll be 4th down. They're in field goal range. Will they send the field goal team out? Because almost anything's a field goal range when we looked at the kicker for the South squad. They do, and here he comes. From Decatur Central, he'll be the guy that comes out. It's well within his range.
And a great idea here. If you could go up 2 scores, you get back into this situation, and then it'd be time to go for it.
Bryson Bonowitz from Decatur Central is the holder. So these guys have probably worked together the whole lives. Just got to get that snap down. The snap, good one. It's a good hold. The kick is up. It looks true. It's no good. It went off to the side. He had plenty of distance, just couldn't put it through. And with that, we'll take a timeout. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car?
Pass right on the inside, and he's going to go nowhere. They went for that outside zone play off of motion, and they didn't have enough players to really do the damage. Great deep by the South.
I believe that was 31, Lennox Williams from Westfield. He's going to Division II Tiffin.
Tiffin's had some good players, and not just from Indiana. They've had multiple players make the National Football League, and their stadium is unique too because it's built right on a hillside. 2-by-2 set. They're going to hand the ball inside in an off-tackle run, and he's going to go nowhere. He's going to regain that 2-yard loss, get it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10. Colson was the ball carrier. Here comes the North squad one more time. Another 3rd and 10. That's what you really don't want to have in an all-star game because there's not a lot you can call.
3rd and 10 from your own 20. It's tough. You know, in a game, Herb, as a head coach, everybody's always wanting to tell you what to call. They're not saying anything on 3rd and 10.
Nope, they're just saying don't turn it over. Had a pass, had that curl route, couldn't find the North's number 32. That's Tyler Champion. He wasn't able to haul that one in. They weren't able to get it to him, and that'll bring out the punting unit one more time. If you've just joined us, big play by the South as Idoba, the defensive lineman for the South, blocked the first punt, and he's set in that position again. You can see him off the edge here. They've restructured their punt team to try to deal with him. Decent snap, punts up. It's a line drive. It's going to be returnable if he wants it. He picks it up, makes one move. He's going to go a yard or two. Then the North swarms him in right away. And with that, the South will have the football when we return for more from the I.F.C. North-South All-Star Game.
Are you planning for your future? Is your nest egg safe? Do you have a lifetime income plan? Can you really retire tax-free? Keep your nest egg safe at Asset Consulting and Safe Money Solutions. Fearless Designs is your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Fearless Designs does everything from trophies, hats, key rings, knives, signs, glassware, ceramic mugs, and insulated mugs. Fearless Designs is an Indiana company serving the entire United States. No order is too large and no order is too small. Contact Fearless Designs for all your promotional needs.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back. Again, we've got guys being honored. And Coach Mallory, when you look at this, again, the North has played about as well as they could, except
they have. You know, they've had a couple good plays off that left edge, and they just really haven't been able to get much else going. But I think it's because that defense for the earlier. But let's make also here to those linebackers. Those linebackers are coming down the hill and making some tackles.
Well, they can fly. And with this, that makes it a lot different. We have the end of the first quarter, so we're going to flip this one. Here we go. One of the things is go through these to make sure you see what's going on. There's not a lot in statistics for everybody. The score's 7-0. There's only been 3 first downs. The defenses are playing better, which normally happens in all-star games at the start until guys figure out what's going on.
This award is presented annually to a member of the press.
Again, not much offense for either one of these. It's been a defensive plays. Max Kerr, Coy Lytle, Brady Newsom, and Carter Bush leading in tackles again for the North, and for the South All-Stars, it's in Pizalka, Lennox Williams, and the big play of the game, again, the young man from number 93 from Pike High School with the block in Idioba. And man, what a play off the edge with that block.
Our next recognition goes to the recipient of the John Friend Distinguished Service Award.
Yep. The scoreboard is not working, and so it makes it real difficult for everybody. You know how that works. You've been to a high school football game before and seen the scoreboard go out. Well, that's exactly what happened. Even though the scoreboard here is a much nicer scoreboard than a lot of schools are going to have, it's still not working properly in terms of the clock. And so we're not even able to show you the score. But it is 7-0 team on the scoreboard, and again, statistically, this game is almost identical except for that block punt. I want to thank our sponsors for today's game: Asset Consulting, Disabled American Veterans, XLH Sports, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, iLuna, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. And transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive. They have 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. It's South football. 2-by-2 set, motion off the edge. They're going to hand it off, and everybody's going to try to run to the edge. And they do. They get down the edge, and there he goes. A 20-yard run down that left sideline.
You know, that's number 83, Demario Moore from Lawrence North High School. Demario is a state champion track sprinter. He also has medaled in 3 events as a senior, and he medaled in 2 events as a junior.
Well, if you know, that's one of those where you as the coach are going to go, you know, good players make people a lot better as a coach.
Oh, there's no doubt. And, you know, I'm going to really miss having that kid's speed.
Because you could just turn him loose and let it go. Here we go again. Down on the outside, and with that run, Price down the right side, and he'll pick up about 9. Will they make it 10 and give him the first down? It looks like they will. So, again, what a nice run, Elijah Price, the running back from Ben Davis. He's 5'7", 175 pounds. Don't look at the size. Look at that speed and athletic ability. He'll fit right in at Marion.
You know, he did a great job. Nothing was there. He bounces it outside, but then he got patient. He waited on his blocker out there.
Tough guy. Here we go. 2-by-2 set. Olber run right behind him. There he goes again with that nice cut. Wow. What a play down inside. Another first down run that time for Price as he puts the ball inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Kid that we had to try to scheme for when we would play Ben Davis.
E.J. Jennings with the tackle there along with Jackson Lafayette. Running back in is Willis. He's the quarterback. Guy doesn't have to direct much. Just hand the ball to Price and get out the way. We'll see what they do on this one. It's a 1st and goal from the 7. Pistol. Price is in that pistol. He'll set off the left side. Jack, he'll boot out. Has an open man in the end zone and just missed him. Just couldn't follow through to get it down. That's a tough move because Willis, being left-handed, was rolling to his right and he had to get his shoulders turned. He did, but just overshot his receiver.
When I went to practice on Tuesday, Herb, they ran that play. So they ran jet sweep with Demario. Then they fake a jet sweep. And then they try to pass off of it back away. And now they will eventually come back to their jet sweep where they'll leak out the running back right behind it and
yeah.
toss him. It's almost like a screenplay.
Yeah. They're going to set him again to the left side. Here's with the football over to the right side. Is he going to hit the speed? He's got the cut, and he gets down inside, down to the 3-yard line. Make it the 4-yard line. It'll be here from the 4. So here it comes. The South with that opportunity. Run on the inside, pass, another run. Here we go.
You're in the territory. This is 2-down territory.
3rd down, here it is.
You're not going to kick a ball here,
Oh,
are
no,
you, Herb?
I'm not kicking. Luger's in the backfield. Number 21 is Alex Lugers, another running back for Marion. He's signaled that way. Timeout called by the North. They were overloaded and didn't realize that they got the timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
Coach Mallory, you look at it, the North took the timeout because they knew that one.
Absolutely. They had a wildcat situation. I guarantee you somebody said, Coach, we better call a timeout and talk about this.
The motion out of this, they've got a very good athlete, and Alex Lugers was in, and he still is as the quarterback in this wildcat formation. And that's going to make the difference in this one. So if you look, they've overloaded them to the side and over on the right side. There's a short tight end on the left with wings. They're actually there. They go to the left. He's got a chance to score. Lugers over the outside. Touchdown for the South. Alex Lugers from Franklin High School, 5'11", 205, scores on that one. It's 13-0, and hey, guess what happened? The clock's back working. So we've got a clock working, 8:24 left to go in the second period is when that one happened, and our clock operator just jumped up and down twice. He was having a great time with that one. He's like, man, I actually get to do something. 13-0 is our score, and in to kick the extra point again for the South squad is Ashton Vogel. He goes to kick it. He gets it up. It looks good. Is it? It is good. And it's 14-0 South when we return for more action here at the Indiana Football Coaches Association North-South All-Star Classic.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
Well, and we're back 14-0 South with the lead. And Again, it's an awesome idea to see these guys play. I'm watching a couple guys that my son recruited, and I'm thinking, man, and you're watching for the same reason because you've got a son playing in the league too.
You know, I'm sitting here watching the defensive end from Pike, I.F.C.A, and I'm grateful that he's going to St. Francis with my son, Cale Mallory.
That's exactly, and I'm thinking the same thing because I'm going, wow, 9 players to Marion, Indy 8 or 9 in this scheme as well. Teams like St. Francis, who picked up a lot of the northern guys, you're going to see a lot of these guys playing on Saturday in some of the best football in Indiana. And don't think it has to be IU or Purdue. They're good. Ball State's good. Butler has a couple players in the ball game. Indiana State has a couple players in the ball game. You're just going to see some tremendous play by these guys. They're doing a great job in recruiting the state of Indiana, and not a lot of these guys are leaving, going other places.
No, it's great. Homegrown needs to stay at home. A lot of everybody's going to have, and it's what's the best opportunity for each.
Well, I went to a clinic years ago when Lou Holtz was talking about his team in Minnesota, and he said the heart and soul are going to come from Minnesota. He said, but the arms and legs are going to come from somewhere else. So, that's just kind of the way it works. But not in Indiana. Some of the best recruiting. Indiana is the number 3 ranked city in the country for football recruits. Indiana is. This one's a little shorter. It's going to be returnable. And he's got a seam. He could go. Can he get through the seam? He does. And drug down. Great return for the North by number 22, Caden Barrett, who's their leading rusher on the offensive set, and he gets a big break for the North.
Caden from Hanover Central going to University of Indianapolis.
Again, man, those guys. And do you realize that Marion and UIndy open the season this fall?
They're bringing back that game.
That game is coming back. It's on a Thursday night early in the process. You want to see some great football. You don't have to go to the D1s. You're going to see these guys, some of the best in the country. UIndy was ranked last.
Yeah, Chris Keevers does a great job.
Buck sweep, they're going to the outside. With the run down that right sideline, number 4, that's Bronson Edwards from Delta. And Bronson's a big guy. I mean, he's 6'3", 185, a super athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete, and he can run with the football, and they're going to try to use him, see if they can move the football into scoring position.
Heading to another NAIA school up in Marion, Indiana, Indiana Wesleyan.
And Wesleyan, what a huge upstart is Indiana Wesleyan in terms of college football.
Coach Rohde doing a great job. He understands the importance of getting homegrown kids.
Counter play. Here comes the quarterback, and he gets swallowed up. That's a big play in the backfield that time. Edwards on the carry. Bronson Edwards tackled by number 79, I believe. That's Colson Campbell from Centerville, 6'5", 300 pounds, and he moved really well that time. And he's yet to declare where he's going.
I was talking to his head football coach, Coach Cole, before the game, and he was just talking that kid up so much. Just a great kid, great player. Every time you have a great player, you always think about how can I replace that kid.
Normally you replace him with 2 or 3. 2-by-2 set, he's going to throw, quick hitch, got the first down. That's a good play for the North. They moved the chains. Nice completion by Bronson Edwards. Fuddy Kyle. Fuddy's his nickname. He's going to IWU as well, and he comes from a great passing school in Maconaquah.
What a great name. Fuddy.
It is a nickname, and I'm sorry I didn't write down as normal, but yes, it is funny. Here we go, a 2-by-2 set again. They're going to hand the ball this time on the inside and gobbled up one more time. There's your defensive end with the play. 7 with that one. Zach Blevins, another Indy player. This one from Greenfield Central, and boy, have they turned things around there.
Yeah, Coach Nolting doing a great job. You're here at halftime, correct?
At halftime, former I.F.C.A. president and coaching that I really respect. And he's one of those guys. He can take jobs other places, but he's got Greenfield Central going, and I think they're going to go for the next couple years. They've got some really good players coming up. Here we go. Again, King back. They got an ISO. He didn't hit the cut. He missed that one, I think. He had a cut off to the left side and kept plowing forward. He did forward. 5. 3rd and 5. So another big play here for the North. They're in field goal range. Okay, you know they've got a leg that can kick that one because you've got some of the state's best kickers. And if you didn't know the way it usually works in college athletics, kickers, the teams, they don't necessarily get scholarships right out of school. So they're going to be able to play in the ball game and have a much more of an impact. Bunch, 3 receivers to the right side, that's top of your screen. Hands it off inside and powering in there. They're going to go 4-down territory because he just picked up 10 yards. That's a huge run on that inside, and he was just burying that thing along. What a great
thing is he was hit at the line. He was hit at the line, and he just kept his knees driving.
Oh, I get it. And that was a tremendous play. Substitutions in and out all the time on these guys.
You know, they want everybody to get experience in the game. That's the reason why they keep these kids, or they make sure these kids get onto the team. They choose them, and they want to make sure they all are playing.
Well, the big one is you're going to get rotations. It's a very hot night.
Yes.
You're going to hydrate these guys, and nobody's going to be in trouble with this. Tight end, they're going to run the buck with the sweep. Here's the quarterback with the block, and again, they're using Bronson Edwards to try to get some yardage. He did. They're going to give him 3 or 4 yards on this one. Let's see how much. They gave him 3 on it. Maybe just 2. We'll bring up 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 on this one. Trying to get the quarterback to run that one. It's more of a, and when I say this, it's more of that Buck style offense with almost a wing T set. We talked a little bit about that before the actual ball game. You can do a lot of things with a great athlete.
Yes, and I think the North has figured something out about this teeth of that D line. They're really getting an edge on them and just keep running to the outside.
Look to the edge, and nowhere to go that time. He's going to lose those 2 yards and maybe one more. Lost. It'll bring up another tough one in 3rd and 11. The ball resting at the 16, 17-yard line. 16-yard line. No, it'll be on the 17, so you got 11 yards to go to pick up that 1st down.
On the tackle there, Lennox Williams, number 31, and TJ Williams, number 33 from Westfield and Center Grove. 2 great blue bloods in our state.
The North down 2 touchdowns. Bronson putting them in here. Caden Barrett is the back. He's the one that carried it the last time. They've got it. They threw it out. Just yards or 5 yards. They'll give him 5 yards on that one. It'll be 4th down, and they'll say 6.
Great catch for the big fella to go down to the ground and still haul that pass in.
Problem is they've got to get these yards, and they must convert this 1st down. Don't be surprised they call the timeout. It's big, 2:57, and the clock is still moving. Left to go here in the second period. Here comes Edwards into the ball game. 10 seconds to go on the play clock when they break the huddle. Single back. Coverage in the back. They're not going to call a timeout. So they call timeout. They know what secondary coverage they're going to be in. That can help you in a play call. North is with the timeout. They understand on Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Do you have experience as a licensed plumber? Local 157 is looking for you. Payment packages with benefits over $65 an hour. We're the place to find comfort in your career. Plumbers and Steam Fitters, Local 157. Kickstart a comfortable life.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Your all-pro running back.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Fourth down. We got 2 minutes to get to halftime. 2:30. Fourth down. They shuffle over. Nope. They set down. They threw the stopper, and he's out of bounds. That was a great defensive play that time by the South's number 27, that Sutton Fullwider from Danville, because he forced the receiver, legally forced him to get his feet out of bounds to stop that route. Great play.
Well, what a great job for Fuddy Kyle to get turned back around and still try to make that catch, trying to toe tap there in the end zone.
And we see Coach Nolting made his way up here. I thought I was gonna have to text him there for a while to see what's going on, but you know, the old guy using all that fun stuff, you know what I mean? Again, here comes the South with a chance to maybe put most of this away. They lead 14-0, but they're going to have to go the 2-minute drill from right at the 17-yard line. Setting back to pass, scrambling, and a sack. Caught him right back in the backfield as Reynolds is sacked on that one. The quarterback this time, again, is A.J. Reynolds. Reynolds with over 3,100 yards passing, a 68% completion percentage, and 38 touchdowns in his career. This guy can throw. He's from Martinsville. He's an excellent. Again, that's one of those guys that's going to be going to Marion.
Yeah. Great pressure over there by Cameron Kaufman from Warsaw.
Hey, there's a team that's turned around too, Warsaw. What a tremendous program they have right now. Feed inside, and there goes around. There goes Price. He makes two guys miss, and he picks up 5 yards. He picks up almost 9 yards, so it'll bring up, I believe it'll be 3rd and 6, but we'll see. Could be 7. 3rd and 7, we'll call it. Timeout's been called, 1:17. 17, and it's a timeout with the South. 3rd and 7 when we return. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry. all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane.
And welcome back to the Mirage Shrine I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game. We're in the second quarter, 1:14 left to go. A timeout was called by the South team. They face a 3rd and 7. They want to desperately pick it up so that the North doesn't have good field position. I'm going to say kicked it. You really don't want to kick it to Caden Verrett either, because that guy made some moves on that kickoff return they had. The North has played well enough to be in the ball game, but they find themselves trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Well, here in the second quarter, they've really got their offense going. They've found some things, and they've made some great corrections.
So 1:29 on the clock as we're listening to the officials put it back up here. It should be ready to go. Ball on the 16-yard line, and they need to get to about the 23. They're going to set him off to the side. A.J. Reynolds setting back, throws it. He's got a man right down the middle, and it's a first down, and he'll pick up 20 yards on that play. Gets it out to the 36-yard line. Clock is going to run after they reset the chains. But at the same time, you can see how he threw over 3,000 yards in a season and had huge amounts. I mean, at that high level that Martinsville plays.
You know, that was a speedster, DeMario Moore, out of Lawrence North. And when he gets the ball, some great things can happen because he's fast.
1 minute left to go here when they snap the football. He's back to pass, throws the hitch, gets it out of bounds. That's a really nice play. Pick up about 5. Hardly any time. Clock stopped, and you're going forward.
So far, South's calling a great 2-minute offense right here, trying to get the ball down the field, trying to get out of bounds and save your timeouts and the clock.
Jackson Willis. So when that big completion happened, they put Willis back in. Willis threw for a bunch of yards as well, and he gets swarmed in. That's a great defensive pressure by the North defensive line as they sack Willis for about an 8-yard loss.
Herb, that was all 4 defensive linemen from the North getting back there.
62 is Ryan Delgado from Lafayette Central Catholic on that sack. A timeout's been called, and we'll stand by as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I'm Latoya Lucas, and my victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
DAV helps veterans like Latoya get the benefits they've earned. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Fearless Designs is your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Fearless Designs does everything from trophies, hats, key rings, knives, signs, glassware, ceramic mugs, and insulated mugs. Fearless Designs is an Indiana company serving the entire United States. No order is too large, and no order is too small. Contact Fearless Designs for all your promotional needs.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
And we're back here from Decatur Central High School for the I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game. Pat Mallory, the head coach at Lawrence North, is alongside me today. And again, have that opportunity. We're going to talk to Travis Nolting at halftime, talk a little bit of high school football again in Indiana, what's coming up, what kind of things we can look forward to, and get you all filled in with what's happened in high school football and what's taking place. South with the football, 3rd and 12. They're going to hand, no, they're not. They look, there's the screen. There was that little slip screen. He could go. Price down the side. He's got the first down and a lot more, and he goes out of bounds. Okay, there was your play.
There it is.
Absolutely awesome. And they got it to Elijah Price from Ben Davis, 5'7", 175, and he just about broke that one to the house.
You know, what great pursuit there, though, by number 2, A.J. Kelly from Maconaquah. Another kid going NAIA to your son's Marion University.
Here we go, trips formation to the top of your screen. And again, you've got Jackson Willis as the quarterback. Price in the backfield with him. Throws that curl right down the middle. He's got a first down. They're going to have to hustle on this one with 36 seconds left to go. They're going to have to spot the ball, either spike it or run a play. What are we going to do? They're trying to yell it in, try to get him in the right formation. For the South, getting him set, taking a little bit long for that one. 10 seconds to get it off. They'll throw the out. He could go out of bounds. He does. That's going to stop the clock. Good cut pass completion that time to number 7, Callan Owen, Hamilton Southeastern. Boy, I mean, you've got players playing now. Now you can see a little bit more offense, both sides. Problem is North hasn't scored when they had the opportunity, but the South on a 2-minute drive puts themselves down at the 25-yard line with 19 seconds. They may take a couple shots here. Here it comes. Looking at it right now. Willis back to pass, has a chance, could get swarmed in. No, he's going to scramble. Throw it up, big fella. He's got him down the middle. No. Falls incomplete. I thought he had it in the end zone. Thought he had somebody that could have gone after that one. Tried to go for that first down. It's 3rd down, 10 seconds left. You've got basically 2 plays if you throw it in the end zone. And you don't have all your timeouts to use as well. You've emptied those, so you got basically 2 shots to throw it up. And if you get that first down, you're going to spike that ball right away.
Yeah, I think you have to. You just got to hurry your team up to the line, get set, so there's no penalty.
2-by-2 set. They're looking hitch. They threw the hitch. It's going to be incomplete pass, and he can be thankful he did, because that would have been potentially a first down, and then that clock could possibly run. With 6 seconds left, there'd be a to get. They're in field goal range. They're going to give their kicker one more at it. And that kicker is Ashton Vogel. He missed one earlier and had plenty of distance. It's not the kick distance, it's the accuracy. Snap, good hold. There's the kick. He's got it up. It looks good. This one is good. And that's the end of the first half. 17-0, the South with the lead. And with that, we'll pause and come back with our halftime report here on Indiana Sports Network.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Mirage Shrine I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game. It's halftime. Travis Snolding is alongside me, and I've known Travis for, man, it seems like almost forever now, doesn't it? we go kind of way back. I actually coached Travis in high school, so that's one of the reasons I think I could twist his arm to get him to come up here. He's a past president of the Indiana Football Coaches Association. He's in on the ground floor, understands a lot of the things that go on, and maybe for the fans, understanding how this team is selected. Can you give me kind of a breakdown of how this team ends up being selected?
Yes, sir. Well, we've got 10 regions in the state of Indiana, and in those regions, each region has a meeting where they nominate players to get selected to the region team, and then from that region team, if you make that, then you get to go to a big pool where the coaches choose the actual North-South All-Star rosters. So it's a situation, too, where the coaches are chosen by region as well. There's always a head coach chosen and an assistant coach chosen, and the head coach of the game has to apply for the game and then is voted on by the other people to be the head coach. So it's a really good process. All the membership gets to vote in the regions, so as long as you're a paid member, you can nominate players and you can vote for them to be have an opportunity to be able to be eligible to play in the game.
Well, when you look at that, it is a process. It doesn't really happen until March in terms of naming this team for the game. And we have players who sometimes would have been eligible to play in this game and they beg out. And that's changed because of NIL and all those kinds of things. We've seen that happen in the last few years. We have a lot of players in Indiana now that are enrolling in midterm in January and going on to college.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of for a Division I scholarship player to play in the game. This game is a class representative game as well of multiple levels. So you've got 1A players here all the way to 6A players, but we're seeing those lower scholarship level players too not being able to play as well in the game due to anything. But we do have a great group of kids on both teams, and the process works. And as you can see by the fans here, it's a very popular event.
Well, it is, and if you get or you can actually see coaches like crazy. Almost every coach shows up to this one.
Oh yeah. You got a lot of coaches over there, and then one of the perks of being an I.F.C.A. member is you do get free admission to the game, as well as the I.F.C.A. clinic every year. So it's a very good offer to play, watch other players play, and just be part of the camaraderie. And you've got guys over there that are here every year. I mean, there's retired guys down there that are here every single year watching. So it's really nice.
Butt Jump are still active in the Indiana Football Coaches Association as well. Some of these guys have been in different regions and even in the state, and they always look for people that are willing to volunteer and help out. And a lot of these guys do that because they're not maybe coaching football the way they used to, but they're able to help out with the ball game. It's also interesting the way that Indy has come alongside this ball game from its inception and being able to house the players for this week.
Yeah, it's a very unique opportunity for the kids. They get to spend 3 days on the campus. There's a lot of activities that they do in conjunction with the Mirage Shrine as well. So it's a great week for the kids and a great week and a great partnership with the Mirage Shrine. We've been blessed to have them as part of this game for the last several years, and it's a very rewarding experience for our kids to be part of that and be part of the activities throughout the week with them.
Well, and we're always told that, somebody in this game is going to make themselves a big-time player.
Yes.
Even if it's not a Division I right now with NIL and the transfer rules and all those things, you're going to see some of these guys matriculate up the ladder. A couple of these guys are tremendous players that maybe people didn't think were that good, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, these guys can really play. But I can remember I coached a couple times in the ball game, and the 2 footballs I have are up, and they're signed by everybody. Managers, coaches, everybody signs those footballs, passes those things out, and as a coach, that's one of the things I really, really loved having was that 2 weeks that I had in 2 different years to be involved in the game.
Yeah, it's a fun experience as a coach. I coached in the game in 2013 as an assistant on the South staff. One of the best weeks of my life. It was really fun to get to coach kids that obviously you don't really get to have any contact with throughout the season because they're not on your team. But just a wide range of talent from a lot of different places in Indiana. I think it just shows you, too, how great Indiana football has become.
Well, and I know I've sent kids to the ball game, and one of the kids I sent was literally this country bumpkin kind of kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's red-headed. Everybody look, and the famous coach comes over to me and goes, Coach, I'm just telling you, Big Red could play for me any day.
Yep.
And it's good because that at that time, Dick Dullahan, coach who was coaching at Ben Davis, and they were national champs that year, and he told me my kid could have played for them at any time.
And that's
he was
awesome
serious.
to hear. That's always awesome to hear when you have that. As a former small school coach myself, you know, I always some guys that could have done the same, and they were able to really did very well. So, like I said, it's a great opportunity for the kids. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them. So, these kids will always remember this the rest of their lives, and it's whether it's their last game or they're going on to college, it's still a very special opportunity for all of them.
Also, things going on right now. I'm just going to kind of shift in. We're getting ready for this year. Number one thing we do as head coaches, both you and I, we'll have to sit down with the assistant commissioner, and he's going to go through rules interp.
Yes.
And they had a rules interpretation meeting here before this ball game.
Yes, we did.
And we'll have are there some rules changing for this year that are going to make you really stand up and say, whoa, what happened?
I don't think so as far as wholesale changes. There's a few things with uniforms and equipment that can be worn during the game regarding mouth guards and things like that have changed. The other big change was a fumbling rule. If the ball is fumbled forward out of bounds and it's not possessed by a player, then the ball will now return to the original spot of the fumble. So instead of getting it where it went out of bounds at. So that's a new thing the referees are going to have to adjust to that they're not used to doing. But not a lot of wholesale things other than what I just mentioned as far as actual game rules.
Well, it's really good because all of our head coaches have to do this. And so I've had conversations with others. A couple of guys I know would like to be able to take their assistants there to get those guys up to speed so you don't have to explain everything all the time. You explain it when you go back, but you don't have to continue to do that because they've been taught as well. But we really thank the I.F.C.A. for giving the opportunity to do that. We're the only sport in Indiana that they still have personal meetings with to make sure you know the rules, and it's made a difference in how our coaches have gotten along, especially with the officials. And when we say officials, folks, if you have any inkling at all of becoming a high school official in any sport, we need them in all sports, but we are in great need of officials.
Yes, we are.
Otherwise, if we don't have the officials, we're going to end up in a situation like Illinois. Illinois can't play high school football games on Friday nights. Not everybody. Only about half the schools can play on Fridays. The rest must play their games on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon because they lack officials, and those officials are doing games on Friday and Saturday, and that includes their tournament.
Yes.
So it's a really tough thing. We'd love to see you go out, contact the IHSAA. They'd love you. Local association for officials would be happy to put you on a crew to allow you to learn what's going on. You get to go along and do that. Fish games and be able to make a little bit of pocket change, so to speak, during the week. But we
Yes. And a lot of schools now went to actually having official classes during the school day to help train young high school kids that may want to go on to that after they're done playing, or even if they're not a player, go on to being an official and then serve as an intern with a crew. So there's lots of opportunities to definitely explore that if you're interested. But as you said, we are in dire need of officials. It is not an easy job to be an official. They're hearing from us all the time. So, it does. I think the in-person rules meeting has helped address some of that with the coaching turnover and things like that through the years. So I think as long as we continue to work forward, I think we'll be great.
Well, this last week we also got an email from the IHSAA. We want to make sure everybody understands this because some people are kind of foggy on this rule, but the IHSAA is allowing one transfer during your freshman, sophomore, and junior seasons without any penalty, and you can go wherever you want.
That's correct.
But your senior year, it does not happen that way. It goes back to the old rules. move, and you are basically stopped from participating for a 1 month period.
Yeah, 30 days or 50% of the season, I believe, whichever's quicker or whichever's less. It's definitely a new change. I'm sure there's been some movement already with kids different places. Mixed reviews on some people for it, some people not for it. Too early to tell kind of probably how that's going to be 100% correct.
Well, and again, the big one is the seniors cannot transfer, except it goes back. You can transfer, but there is a penalty.
Yeah.
That penalty is not in existence, and
yes.
and we're trying to keep some college athletics.
Yes.
And so that's just the way the I.F.C.A has done that, and the principals right now are on board. They'll evaluate that yearly to see if that's something they want to continue. There's always going to be change, and the coaches that keep up with that change and understand what's going on, that'll be it. You still cannot, as a coach, contact people. So if your son or daughter is getting contacted by an actual coach or somebody, that is an illegal.
As well as there's also past link rule as well. So if a coach takes a job at another school, that one-time transfer for those freshmen through juniors, they're not allowed to do that as well. So that's another thing. And there's rules as well that attach on to those rules with undue influence. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be looked at and evaluated. I will say the and the I.F.C.A is we have a great partnership. We work very well with Robert Falcons, our association does, and we have opportunities to be part of those discussions and part of those things, and our membership all has a voice. And I think that's a big piece of everything moving forward, because there are places that they don't have a membership that has a voice, and decisions are just made for them, and we don't have that situation, so it's very good for us.
Well, Pat Mallory and I talked about that just a little bit earlier, that the number of coaches in Indiana in the I.F.C.A almost dwarfs most states.
Yes.
In terms of an association.
Yes, and we do some things that are great, like all coaches said earlier, all coaches get free admission to this game. You also get free admission to the yearly state clinic we have in the spring. Those are things that our executive board has pushed through and have been great. The attendance of the clinic is great. And then obviously the attendance at the game, as you can see down there in the end zone, all the coaches that are here watching tonight.
And most of the schools actually pay the membership dues that you have, because it goes for a clinic.
Yes.
It also gives a huge liability
yes.
insurance for all the coaches.
Yes.
And that's a big thing for us now in this age of litigation, is to make sure that we have some of those things happening. The I.F.C.A is a great partner and a great promoter of football. We also want to thank the Indianapolis Colts, who have come alongside both the I.F.C.A and to the IHSAA in helping to support the game of football in Indiana.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've worked really good with Andy Matus from the Colts with our youth football stuff, and now transitioning into gearing more towards girls flag football, which is a big initiative right now to have that as an emerging sport and eventually become an IHSA sport. So football's growing, and it's going to continue to grow, and obviously there's some changes that come along with that, but like I said, we work really good with the Colts and the IHSA in developing that as an I.F.C.A executive board.
Travis Nolting, the head coach at Greenfield Central. And again, we're going to wish you the best. You know, personally, I wish you the best of luck every time you play a game.
Likewise, Coach.
You know that.
Unless we're playing each other.
And then that was brutal battles, wasn't it?
It was brutal battles. It was brutal battles. I think you got. I think you're 2-1. You two got 2 and I got 1. I think. if I remember right.
That's kind of the old guy gets it every now and then. We're going to pause. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Thank you to the Mid-States Conference or Mid-States League, to let us in that league. It's an honor to be in one of, if not the most prestigious league in NAIA. I mean, that's a big step, and we're really looking forward to it. And, really just moving to our recruiting plan. I mean, nothing really changes. Plus, I don't want to give away too much up here, but nothing really changes. We just got to get a little bit bigger. We'll still continue to recruit nationally. We've been very successful bringing in talented players from outside the state. We currently have players from 12 states, led by, we have 11 from Texas, 5 from Illinois, and 4 from California. And we'll continue to reach out to those kids and get the right pieces that we need to be successful. And I have a lot of confidence that making this move is we will be successful, without a doubt. We've got a great plan, and we will continue to carry out that plan. We're just really excited for the chance to bring in more players here. And this move, as Kevin said, it does allow us to bring in a higher level of education and just the understanding of the importance of academics. And it has already opened the door. I would say over 90% of the players that we've offered for the 26th class is a 3.0 or above. And that will continue to be our goal, is to bring in student athletes that understand that the student comes first, and then athletes are second. So that's all I have today. I really appreciate everybody coming out. It's a great crowd, and really proud to be a Pomeroy today. Thank you.
And if you couldn't guess, that was St. Mary the Woods talking about their ability to go into the NAIA and play in the Mid-States Football League. And that's a big one, because that is the big-time league in Indiana right now, if you're talking about it. UIndy is Division II, and they're an extremely good Division II school. But the NAIA schools literally rival that, and when I say that, that's about the same level. It's not Division I, but that's where a lot of these kids today are going to be playing football.
Yeah, the game coming back this year is between Division II UIndy and NAIA Marion. They've been able to get that back onto the schedule, at least for a few years. And if anybody out there can get to a football game, I believe they play towards the end of October.
No, they're in the first game of the year.
Oh, that's the first game?
And it's on a Thursday night, so
beautiful.
Beautiful time to be there. I have to figure out if I can get out of practice quick enough to get there, because I've got about an hour drive. And some of my kids are like, Coach, we could take a bus. We could take a bus, so let's just all go.
Yeah.
So that would be a great – can you imagine? That place is going to be packed. It's at Marion, and that stadium is – I don't know if it's going to hold all the people that's going to go to that ball game.
It'll be great. It'll be definitely standing room only, but what a great ball game. If you've never been, please get out for that game. Great homegrown talent going to be all over that game.
Well, and speaking of homegrown talent, man, we have it today. The great plays by some great players. The North, if they convert on the couple drives that they had, could be right in this thing, but they did. You had a couple of really big plays. And I'm going to say for the South, one of them by wide receiver Demario Moore. Now there's Gannon.
He's going to Gannon, yes.
Gannon University at D2, correct? Yeah, and I know some guys who played out there. Matter of fact, my son coached for a guy who was at Gannon for a while. And when we say that, great football in that Eastern Division II league in Pennsylvania. They have a lot of good D2 schools out there. He picked a good place to go.
Their coach knows Indiana very well, lived here a long time. He was the old Wabash head coach.
Well, and you'll see that. There's another name we should mention. The DePaul Wabash Monon Bell Classic in Division III is, I think, the best rivalry game in the state of Indiana.
And that is a live on TV game.
Oh, yeah.
And it is awesome. D3 football, great players, and a great game.
Here comes the kicker, P.J. Kuzik. He'll stick this one up, and he gets a deep drive. It's going to be in the end zone. That'll be in. Kickers in this ball game are tremendous as they pounds that one deep into the end zone.
And I'm not too sure what the kicker was doing there. It almost looked like he was taking a golf swing, or was that a baseball swing that he knocked it out of the park?
I think it was a golf drive from way back on the tee. It'll be South football, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Coming into as quarterback again for the South is number 19. That's Preston Kemp, the They brought him in from Hanover, or from Providence, excuse me. He's going to Hanover next year. They're going to hand the ball. It's buck sweep. He's got a cut, and a nice fill that time by the North. They plugged that hole. Good play coming up from the secondary, and making that play is number 12 for the North roster, and that's Hayden Scott, the defensive back from New Prairie. And we have somebody down on this one, and with that, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. We will make sure you won't miss anything. Again, you're watching the I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Do you have experience as an HVAC service tech? Local 157 is looking for you. Payment packages with benefits over $65 an hour. We're the place to find comfort in your career. Plumbers and steam fitters, Local 157. Kickstart a comfortable life.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
Injured players, number 61, Landon Sive. He's being escorted off the field, but not on his own power yet. Let's hope he can kind of shake that one off a little bit and see what's happening. But the trainers are out and immediately talk to him. He's got buddies on the sideline there that are giving him some aid and trying to get him to the bench and see if he can get him looked at. But again, number 61 is Landon Sive. He's going to go to Southern Illinois, and he's from New Pal.
Herb, I think that's wrong here on our roster. He's actually going to St. Francis.
Is he going to St. Francis?
Yes.
Well, see, you would know that. I just wrote down what he said when he was getting that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, Landon's a really good friend of my son Kale's. They grew up playing youth league football together, and now they're going to college together.
Pass out on a quick screen and immediately eaten up. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 as the North has played very responsive football in this one as Preston Kemp gets the completion, but it's for minus yardage. It's always tough to anticipate what's going to happen on the edge when you throw that little bubble. If you don't get a good block by those wideouts, you're going to get it eaten alive, and that's exactly what happened.
You know, a receiver can play a lot of years across to all different levels if they can block.
Again, quarterback Preston Kemp, standing in pistol, setting to the side is Alex Lugers. Looking, they've got a flag on it. Did they hold up? Looks like a hold. And here comes the quarterback. Kemp runs for a positive yardage, but I believe it's going to be an illegal procedure, and we'll see. Did they let the play run? That's what I want to know. If they gave it a full start, and we'll see. And they'll bring out the punting unit. So the first time we're going to see that punting unit for that South team. We'll pop that one up. 17-0, the South with the lead, and the North will get to receive that punt. Number 17, Zach Nasons from Franklin Central will be the punter. A.J. Kelly from Mechaniqua. is one of the deep guys for the North. And he gets a hanging punt and about a 32-yard line, and it will be North football when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Are you planning for your future? Is your nest egg safe? Do you have a lifetime income plan? Can you really retire tax-free? Keep your nest egg safe at Asset Consulting and Safe Money Solutions. Fearless Designs is your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Fearless Designs does everything from trophies, hats, key rings, knives, signs, glassware, ceramic mugs, and insulated mugs. Fearless Designs is an Indiana company serving the entire United States. No order is too large, and no order is too small.
To the running out there, picking up maybe a yard or two. Larry Ellison, the running back from Crown Point, with that run. Picked up just a yard, and it'll bring up 2nd and 9. Tackle by Blevins of Greenfield Central.
The team really talks about those boys, the Blevins boys, says they're the toughest he's ever coached.
Well, they're going places. Yes. They're going to go places and play, and that's what he wants. Setting back to pass, quick, nice hitch, catch made over to the side. They'll pick up a 5, and he'll be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 4. So again, picking up that one again. That was Kabuki of Lake Central with that reception. So 3rd down and 4 yards for the North. Ball rests at the 34. They need to reach the 30-yard line. They're going to hand it off. Down and bouncing it, picking up that first down yardage. That's a really nice run by Ellison, Larry Ellison on that running. Really nice job that time by Ellison.
Yeah, great job bouncing. There wasn't anything there. He actually tried into another hole, bounced it outside, and first down.
Talked about Mark Rowland. He's the quarterback right now for the North team. He'll be going to Muskingum. He'll be a Muskie, a little bit north of us and into Michigan. A 63% completion ratio. He threw for 1644 his senior year and a little bit more his junior year. They've got that ball running off tackle again. He'll pick up some yardage. Boy, I'm telling you, there is some physical play going on by some of the North linemen. They have done a great job in just pounding and driving.
Well, I'll tell you, after the first quarter, I really feel like they made some really good adjustments, and the linemen are really staying on their blocks.
So 2nd and 8, and he didn't gain as much yardage as you'd like to see, but there were bodies on the ground simply because the North guys looked like road graders going out there. And again, in years past, that's where the big offensive linemen have been found in Indiana, is up in that region area in northern Indiana. Stepping back to pass, he's going to get just clotheslined back there.
Big Frank Bertram out of Ben Davis High School.
And Bertram can really play, can't he?
Absolutely.
He made
great motor. He's got just long legs and long arms.
He just ripped through that one, a tough one. Didn't even have to raise his arm. He just ripped through it, got that arm up in the air, got off of him, and he just attacked the quarterback with a fury.
I'll tell you, the South really needed that play there because the North has been moving the ball almost at will.
But that sets the drive in precarious situation as it is 3rd and 19. You don't have a lot of plays on this one.
Again, the headphones are silent. You can hear all the crickets because nobody's got a play for 3rd and 19.
And here it comes. Good opportunity now for Mark Rowland. See, what is a pick that could have been, but another great play that time for a number 91. That's Frank Bertram. And Bertram again is going to Tiffin. And Tiffin is Division II programs in the Midwest. We'll see what he looks like in a year or two.
I mean, 2 plays in a row, Herb.
Oh, he just buried him. He went right around him. There wasn't anybody there. You know, the 2 great equalizers are hard to go, and they are screens and traps.
That's right.
And if you're not going to screen him and you're not going to trap him, he's going to make every play. 17-0 is our score. 6:07 left to go third. And they've got a punt team back, and they've switched all the punt formation just to make sure they've got them. But the kick, 52-yard field goal. I thought maybe they'd pooch this one. 52-yarder. And it's blocked. That's what you don't want. He can pick that up and go. He's at the 20, 25, 30. He's got a seam right down that right sideline, and there he goes. Goodbye, Price with the touchdown. Elijah Price, perfect guy to put back there.
Another blocked kick by I.F.C.A. Adioba.
I'll tell you what, wherever he's going, and it is St. Francis, is getting maybe the gem of the night. Yeah, I like the speed that we're seeing from the South, but I'm telling you, I.F.C.A. Adioba is like the guy. He is the one that really has changed the ball game. He would be, right now, in my opinion, the most valuable player of this one, most outstanding player. He had maybe a couple of the best defensive plays I've ever seen in an all-star game.
At this point, you're right. He has to be at this point.
He just has made everything happen. 23-0. 83-yard return by Elijah Price. And Price has looked good, but whew. Kick is ready. Fumbled. He's getting up. He's going to throw it. No, he's not. He just got hemmed in. They'll just take the loss, and that'll be it. So the extra point, no good. It's 23-0. The South with the lead. Will return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You are watching high school football on Indiana Sports Network.
And another big play on special teams. Again, I don't know what else you can say, but somebody here is getting the gem, and it's St. Francis in Fort Wayne. And, you know, I'm almost disappointed to see their head coach not coaching anymore.
You know, Herb.
Oh, I know. And he's a good guy.
And Coach Donnelly started a program. The great part is Coach Sherman that took over that job. He played there, and he's a Lawrence North alum.
There you go. Yep. You got connections all over the place. No wonder you've got somebody up there.
Well, we're trying. That's our job, right?
That's
Try
right.
to put our kids in the best situation possible.
Boy, those connections that coaches make a huge difference in allowing kids to go play somewhere and get an education and come back and do something to help their fellow man. And this one, here comes the kick again. It's another deep one. This one is returnable. Same idea. They got a nice busted wedge up there, and he'll get out over the 25-yard line to the 29. And again, number 22, Caden Verrett with that return. So he's got some he's feel him. I think he's an outstanding player.
You know, Herb, we were talking about helping your man, your fellow man. Jobs for a high school coach, or really any coach, is to just build good citizens. Let's put the best citizens out in society as we possibly can.
Well, and that makes a big difference. You get these guys in, you give them teamwork, camaraderie. They get to work with a group. We don't get that very often. Fumble the ball, and he's down right there. Tough one as, again, the quarterback, Bronson Edwards, fumbled the ball. Loss of about 7 on that one. It'll be 2nd and 17.
You know, people talk about sports and sports teach life lessons. Well, I know I am a football guy, but I think football teaches the most life lessons. I really think that it's almost to the point that what doesn't it teach you about life?
Well, you've got that group. You know, wrestling teaches you to overcome yourself and what's going on, but football teaches you to get back up play after play, even though it's not you all the time that's causing the issue. It could be somebody else. Even on the bus ride home, or when you get back into class or go the next day, then you put the work in the weight room. You know, a lot of guys, assistants, when he's coaching, he uses the term work wins.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're doing that, if you're working, one other may not win right away, but the longer you work and the better you work, the better chance you have to be a winner, not just in football, but in life, because that work translates into what you're about.
That's exactly right. Our defensive coordinator at Lawrence North High School, Dan Kielich, that's what he says all the time, work wins.
Drop back. They tried to screen. They've got the screen shut down. They're going to off his fingertips. That'll bring up a 4th down, and they're going to have potentially linemen downfield, and they do, because the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. They'll decline that one, and out comes the punt team. You know, that's one of those when you're coaching and you see your guys' job going to be screaming, lineman downfield, lineman, and you know that guy's going to listen to you at that point. He's going, yeah, something's wrong.
You know, the only thing they don't want to hear as officials, holding.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody in the stands yells on every play. So if you just talk about everything else and argue all other calls, you may get one.
He almost got another one. He was right in his face. Here it comes again. Nice return off the side. And down again. Nice return by number 83, Demario Moore. And I'm telling you, he has some wheels.
He sure does. He's got our 300-meter hurdle record.
Yep.
He has our return record. He's returned multiple kicks, multiple punts for touchdowns. He's a really great player, but he's also a great boy. He does a great job. He doesn't hardly say 2 words. He gets good grades, and he comes from a great family.
And you those years, and I'm sure he was.
Oh, absolutely. The silent.
You need to your chest, puff it out, and do all those things. Willis lost the ball, but actually gained it because it didn't get turned over. Jackson Willis goes down easily on that one without fumbling the ball.
That was smart by Jackson, but just getting down.
Willis threw for 9,415 yards in his career. 9,000 yards. Makes him 10th all time.
That's a lot.
You know, I've seen those totals go up and up and up and up as we go on, and I can remember when, you know, you threw 3 or 4, everybody thought you were awesome.
Yeah.
Not anymore. That's kind of the passing offense has taken over a lot of football. Oh, nice play on the edge, and there goes Price again down that left side. He'll pick up about 3 yards as he is ridden out of bounds. And Elijah Price, and there's what you want, that read option from the quarterback. It's the power read. You can call it all kinds of different things, but you're reading the end. If the end comes on you, you hand it off. If the end goes to the guy who the ball is in his belly, then you're going to take that ball, pick it up, and run right up the middle of the field. I think it's almost amazing you can run that type of play in an all-star game. 3 minutes left to go in the third period. Trips here to the bottom of the formation 4. Oh, and they're going to jump off sides. Yeah, they thought it was on 1. It was on 2, and first real false start we've had. Look.
No, you don't ever want that to happen, but things are going to go bad, and we always talk about you can't get too high, you can't get too low, you just got to get right back, level-headed, keep your eyes forward, and just play the next play.
So 3rd and 18 on this one. Jackson Willis, the quarterback. Boy, and Dave Pash has had a run at Lutheran, hasn't he?
Dave does such a great job with his program.
What a throw off his back foot. Could be picked. It is, but it's just like a punt. That's the deep one. It's going to put him inside the 10-yard line at the 8, and the North will have to go 92 yards when we return for more action here on Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
And welcome back. North with the football on the 8-yard line. Run that motion. They hand it off. There comes the outside scoop and play. Get it to the outside, and he lost about 3. That's the tough one. Because if you're either going to toss it forward and see what he's doing that way, or you're going to hand it off one way or the other. But the other back grabbing the ball and rolling back and see if you can hit something on the weak side.
You know, right now, Herb, everybody needs to understand that there's new rules from the NFHS this year. Just learned about it in my IHSA meeting before this game. Fumble rules.
Yep.
What happens when you fumble the ball forward, out of bounds, fumble the ball backwards, where's it go? You lose yards. It could turn over to the defense.
Bumped out there right in his face. That's a great pass, and it was dropped that time out there. Not able to corral it was number 32, Tyler Champion. Good throw. He just couldn't get it brought down on this one. And again, Bronson Edwards can play. I mean, he's a nice, solid athlete. Does a lot of really good things. But they're big 3rd down now, 3rd and 13, and you're inside. You're 5. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's always tough backed up. Doesn't matter what down it is. You, again, got to stay level-headed and just keep playing.
3 receivers here. Sets up. He's throwing the vertical, and it's picked off. And he's one, and he'll go that way. Glavin He'll be going to Taylor, and he's from North Posey. So young man from North Posey gets that pick. It'll be North football when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's.
South with the football. Nice quick screen. Popped it out there. That's just like a run. That's a good block by the wideout. He got the good block, got him 2 or 3 yards right away and let him fight for 4 or 5, and they got 6 yards out of the play.
You know, throwing the football is usually about, you got to get rid of that ball pretty quick.
Yep.
Right? How fast can you get rid of that ball? So you got to have some speedsters that can run the field.
And you've got to have guys that aren't afraid of contact when they catch a ball like that. Good play. Kemp, the quarterback from Providence. State champ in 1A. They're going to fake. He kept the ball. He's down the left sideline. He got the hold. Now, he'd have scored on that. You want to talk about a play. They're going to have a score, but that'll be brought back out. The hold happened at about the 20-yard line, so they're really not going to lose any major yardage off of it. It'll go back to almost the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be 2nd and 4, but Preston Kemp showed why he's the guy at Providence.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
That was on that one, too. Nice little bear hug. He didn't have to do it either. He could have taken him one way or the other, and Kemp would have made that cut and scored either way.
You know, he was really doing a great job blocking out there on the edge. He just kept blocking downfield so long where the defender's trying to get off of it. You extend that arm, they're going to throw the flag every time.
Oh, yeah. 1:08 left to go here in the third period. South with another deep in of the North. Kemp, he was going to hand that one off and do so, but we have illegal procedures as Alex Lugers had his eyes open. He was ready to run that buck sweep.
Have another false start here on the South team. You know, it's hot today. Kids probably haven't played a whole lot of football other than this week, you know, even though they had 3-a-days for they had,
3
I
days.
think, 2 practices on Monday, 3.
Yeah, and you're rotating everybody, or at least hopefully, so nobody gets too gassed in the process. They give it back the other way, and they pulled the guard, and that corner is Alex Lugers, the running back from Franklin, and he, my friends, can move the football. And I'll tell you, the line up front has done a tremendous job. The offensive linemen for the South team have been Tommy Spiker, Ariello from Bloomington South, Harriman from Columbus North, Castile from Lawrence Central, Cook Dennis from Westfield, New Pals, Landon Side. And again, here comes the South offense. They'll run it in there again. Ice, and he'll pick up 3, maybe 4 yards. The other lineman, Stanley from Milan, he'll be going to Mount St. Joe. There's a 1A product. Lincoln Ute from Carmel. Parker Harris from South Putnam. And I'll tell you what, in my years of coaching in 1A, I don't think I've seen a better offensive 1A lineman than Parker Harris. He'll go to ISU. And Parker Hart, who will be going to, and he's from Heritage Hill, he'll go to Hillsdale. And that will be the end of the third period. And with that, we'll take a break and be back for our fourth period here from Central. It's the I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Do you have experience as a licensed plumber? Local 157 is looking for you. Payment packages with benefits over $65 an hour. We're the place to find comfort in your career. Plumbers and Steam Fitters, Local 157. Kickstart a comfortable life.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are!
You're #1 at York.
Ball at the 19-yard line. They're going to toss. Here comes the reverse. No one draws a chance to score. And he does. Touchdown for that South team. Great play. Good design. Number 89. Christian Hamilton, the ball carrier, who puts that one in the end zone. 29-0 and a chance to put the 30 points on the board.
Sometimes when you have a little blurb right there, right, mishandle of the ball, balls on the ground, whatever, it times up stuff, right? It times up running lanes for defense to get out of the way.
And it kind of did on that one. The blocking was extremely good on the entire play. Extra points up, and it's good. 30 points on the board. We're early in the fourth period. You will take a break. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Are you planning for your future? Is your nest egg safe? Do you have a lifetime income plan? Can you really retire tax-free? Keep your nest egg safe at Asset Consulting and Safe Money Solutions.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane, be great.
So a quick play made on that one as they set up the. Do you think it was set up at the timeout, or did they work on that one, do you think?
You know, I'm sure they've worked on it. They get, what do we get in this game? Like 2 trick plays or something like, we have rules. So I know they worked on it. And at the timeout, they probably just made sure everybody knew what their job was so they could be effective and try to score.
Have you put a trick play in at a timeout?
Yes. Usually it goes something like this. Hey, do you guys remember this play? Yeah. Well, you 5 are doing this. You 6 are doing this.
Hey, let's have a good time. Here comes the kick. Another deep one. This will go into the end zone, and they're going to say that's a touchback as well. So high school rules apply in this ball. Brought that one back out. Caden Verrett corralling that one again. from Hanover Central, and he's looked pretty good for that North squad.
Yeah, I think he's got the most production out of anybody on the North squad.
Well, he had a big, long 60-yard kickoff return. He had a couple nice runs as well. Look, had 5 carries for 17 yards in this one. But the dominant play has been from the South team. And they have just dominated and a couple of them, it's been special teams. It hasn't been all offense because of special teams.
Special teams are special.
Quarterback back, he'll scramble forward, pick up about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Bronson Edwards again quarterbacking that North squad. So Edwards again, and we'll get to see Edwards again because he's going to IWU, and realistically, he's that prototype kind of big, pocket-oriented quarterback that can scramble a little bit. He weighs 185 right now. I think he'll get up to about 210, 215.
Coach Rohde's last couple of quarters there, they have been pocket passers.
Nice run, good defensive pressure that time, and Ellison is brought down for about a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. So, again, substitutions all the time for that South defensive line. They continue to substitute and keep guys fresh. So 3rd and 2. The other thing the North has had trouble with is on every drive they've had one major issue where they've had a loss or a sack or something that didn't go right. One play out of about 4. Edwards going to run this one, and he goes nowhere. It'll be 4th down. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, did Bronson Edwards. T.J. Williams from Center Grove on that tackle. So again, 4th down, they're going to punt this one.
Not only tonight with T.J. Williams, number 33 from Center Grove, being all over the field. That kid's played that way for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Just a great linebacker, that natural talent at linebacker.
Got the punt off. Fair catch. And that's where South will take the ball. You're watching the I.F.C.A. North-South All-Star Game.
I'm Latoya Lucas, and my victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
DAV helps veterans like Latoya get the benefits they've earned. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Fearless Designs is your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Fearless Designs does everything from trophies, hats, key rings, knives, signs, glassware, ceramic mugs, and insulated mugs. Fearless Designs is an Indiana company serving the entire United States.
Willis back to pass. He's got an open man down the middle field. He could go, and he is gone. Touchdown.
We haven't seen that. It's been a lot of running game, couple 6-yard out routes, couple 8-yard across the middle routes.
Caden Brunn going to St. Francis. I mean, you talk about it, these guys, I'm telling you, and the funny thing about it when we're talking about these coaches and college coaches, they're all down at the end zone, waiting to talk to their kids after they're done.
Well, they should.
And they'll take pictures with them. Line them up, take pictures. This is, hey, we're glad we got you to come to our place. Kick again, it's good. 36, now 37-0. The South with the lead here in a very quick scoring drive and a nice pass from Jackson Willis on to score. Break, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
And welcome back. 37-0 is our score, and the South is going to kick to the North. We'll see if the North can get a score. That's the big one. That's what you're waiting to see. Good players on both sides, but right now the South has dominated. But it's not been the whole group.
You know, it all goes back to that blocked punt by I.F.C.A. Adioba that set up South's first score. Then you go into the game, Frank Bertram has a big sack, knockdown pass, turns into another score. Really, this defensive line has applied so much pressure and or made big plays of sack, knocking down passes, blocking a kick, blocking a punt. That's really what I believe has set up for the success of the South team.
Well, you know, you may not win by having a good punt team, but you'll lose if you have a bad one.
That's right.
And that's kind of what that is. Ball, and you can handle things pretty well. You can learn to play that another day and what's going on. But, man, if you see the hole in what's going on, or somebody is so good that it makes a hole, and that's what I think I.F.C.A. Adioba has done. The North trying to run the football and hand it off, and you're seeing some really good defensive South. Another helmet off as somebody else will come out of this one.
That's I.F.C.A. again. He made his way in there. There was a lot of guys on that tackle, but he was in there too enough to get that helmet knocked off.
Well, it's been a good football. A little bit warm when we say that, but this game is always this warm. So it's not anything that's not normal. It's a normal idea.
Welcome to the second week of July in the Midwest.
Here we go. Inside pump. He didn't have anything. He's going to scramble. Makes a cut and a move, and he'll pick up a yard or two. Boy, he looked like he was running for his life as number 28. That's Mark Rowland, the quarterback. Again, Rowland threw for 1644 this last year. He's from Boone Grove High School. He's the quarterback right now for that North squad. Third down and 6. Make it third and 6 here for the North squad. Snap is up. Looking at the crosser. No, they throw the wheel down the left sideline, and he's fortunate he didn't throw that one fairly accurate because they read that one. Nice cross up. Looked like they're almost playing a read coverage, doesn't it?
It really did, because so well right there.
Just let him come right to him. The
That's
cross
right.
came, and he was waiting on the outside. So, yep, we're going at this one again. A punt for the North squad. 37-0 is our score. Elijah Price. Again, getting ready for this one. Here's the punt. He gets a nice punt. It's fielded and right out of bounds. Price with a nice job. And he could be that punt returner that you want to see at the next level as well.
Absolutely. You know, the South has two guys back there, two MIC returners, and Elijah Price and DeMario Moore. both guys can flat out go. Two different types of runners. You know, Elijah's a little bit more of that running back runner, and DeMario's a little bit more of that open field wide receiver make you miss guy.
Both of them fast enough to get the job done, though, that's for sure. Ball to 41, first down for the South team. And here it comes. Again, Kemp, motion, hand the ball off. Good run off that left side. Gage Pullman from Batesville with that carry. Mills from Harrison makes the tackle.
Again, Herb, one of the great things that the I.F.C.A. does is representation from all over the state and all of the class. What the best of the state really is, regardless of classification.
Different areas. I mean, we've called players names from all over the state of Indiana. They're going to get him set over for a trips formation to that right side as Leggers is a wide receiver right now. Got him in that slot spot. They're going to hand the ball off the side. There's the runner again. And again, it is Gage Pullman from Batesville with that carry.
Gage Pullman, the ball carrier for the South.
This is a great job. Keep the clock moving.
Jackson Mills again on that tackle. $37-0, and that clock is running, and about 4 minutes now left to go in the ball game. Three receivers bottom your screen. Preston Kemp is the quarterback, and he'll just hand it up. Nope, he kept it again. There he goes down the right sideline. It's Preston Kemp down that side, and he'll pick up another 20 yards. And that's what we're on. Read it and what's going on. Inside zone, and if you pinch on it, he's going to keep it. Now that's one of those things where the middle linebacker has to chase him.
You know, he's just doing a very good job for this South team. I mean, you know, Jackson did a great job too. He's doing a great job. What two great quarterbacks. And, you know, one quarterback we didn't even get to see that the South coaches chose for the squad is the Martinsville quarterback.
It just kind of happens that way. Kemp. Looked like he faked that one pretty well because people went both directions. I'll tell you what, you run that thing and they pull people and get people going. They've done a really nice job with that play, and Preston Kemp is the guy.
You know, anytime you run any kind of option football, right? Read stuff is an option, part of option football. So you have the defense has to know their job.
And if you don't get it, you're going to be stuck with a big game.
You just can't guess. You just have to do your job.
2-by-2 set. Going to move the back over to the side, and that's Alex Leggers. Quick when they got the screen out to the outside. Does he make one man miss? And he gets lit up right there in the middle. Great tackle. And one of the offensive linemen lost his helmet there. He'll have to go out. Third and short, less than 2 minutes. South gets this one. They may kneel it out. So 3rd down and 2. We're ending the close of the game. We will have players of the game to announce both for both squads as well as outside the ball game. And they'll pick up that first down, and that clock will 13-1-12 as we're going to wind this one down. Players coming in. We'll have the North player of the game, the South player of the game, and the most valuable player of the game to announce after this one. And I'll tell you what, I really like Preston Kemp. Yeah, I can't say enough about just the way he's played. But Jackson Willis has been the passer. And you don't want to, if you're coaching at DePaul, you're going to go, uh-oh, here we go. Because Wabash got a good one in Jackson Willis. Ball on the outside, inside run, and that should end the ball game. They don't have to run another play as it's under 30 seconds in this one, and that's it. Assemble at the 50-yard line and walk through on this one. South team gets the win in this All-Star Classic. And I'll tell you, 37-0. We'll start talking about the players of the game and those kinds of things. Pat Mallory's been my color today. I'm Herb King, and we're just so thankful that you joined us here on Indiana Sports Network with the opportunity to see really good players here. I know these guys are going to be able to listen to this one in replay because we have this one on in replay as well. Be able to listen to what's going on and what people are doing, be able to see the shots of what's happening. The coaches will get everybody assembled out here, and then comes one of those things that you went through it with your first son, correct, out here?
Yep.
I went through it with mine. It may be the most poignant thing you're going to ever see as the families gather around these players, hugs and a little bit of tears as this part of high school football is over for these young men. They'll move on to bigger and better things in college and in life. And that's why we coach the game of football.
And you really don't know your impact until years down the road. When you get invited to weddings, or, you know, when one of the families have bring in a child into the world and they ask you to be there. That's when you really know you made a great impact in not only that kid's life, but their families as well.
So they're gathering everybody around as they prepare for this one, and a lot of these guys are out shaking hands with one another. They've lived in the same area, but they've not related well.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at trying to win a game. They're getting together. They're all gathering together as they get things prepared. And again, hopefully we can see Landon Seib with not a major injury on it. You care about him. He's a nice guy. So here we go. We're looking at these guys. Yep. They've got him. He's right in the center of your screen if you want to say a prayer for him, as they all are right now. One of the guys leading this group of young men in prayer for the whole group. And you can see that young man for the North. Man, what a poignant understanding as we look at it. You really can't say too much more than that's the way an all-star game should end.
Well, it really should. You know, the point to this game is not so much win or lose. It's about get one more chance at high school football game in front of your loved ones, building relationships this week that hopefully will carry you through your.
So, here we go. Tim Roth is going to help present the award in honor of his son who played in this ball game, killed tragically. The North player of the game. The winner is Caden Barrett from Hanover Central. He is the North player of the game. And the South player of the game, I.F.C.A. Adioba from Pike High School. The game, and the overall MVP is I.F.C.A. Adioba from Pike High School, who had tremendous play off the defensive line, but more importantly blocked kicks. This guy was all over the field, and again, another great night of football. Who won and who lost, but because of what this game represents, It represents the class in Indiana high school football. Folks, we're so happy you joined us on Indiana Sports Network. I'm happy that I had Pat Mallory along my side. I'm Herb King. Football is coming up this year. Make sure you go out, attend a game, and more importantly, if you love the game of football, why don't you volunteer at your local high school and your local area. Become a football official. We desperately need those in Indiana. And if you're a football fan, you're the best person to put on that sideline. We'll see you later and on down the road as we have more sports later on Indiana Sports Network.
Thank you for watching the Mirage Shrine Indiana Football Coaches Association's North-South All-Star Football Classic.